Hi everyone, Happy New Year. This is Heidi Hancock with Double Magenta Intuitive Energy Healing, coming to you for a January report for 2018. And I'm so excited to share this practice that I've been cultivating over the last couple months around vows. My partner and I were first discussing this. He has a long time history of Buddhist practice and was sharing this idea of vows with me. And I started cultivating this over, multiple different scenarios. So the first that I started with was, what is my vow for this lifetime? What is my purpose, in other words, for this lifetime? And what was really interesting is an answer came through right away. And I'm curious to hear what other people's experience now is going to be with this and how quickly and easily and or not answers come through. So if you're familiar with clairaudience, clairvoyance is kind of a more common term that people are aware of, but clairvoyance is the easiest. That's the vision. Clairaudience is where you hear things actively through your ear, so you're hearing words. Clairsentience is where you're feeling something, and claircognizance is a sense of knowing. So while you start practicing this vow practice, it'll be interesting to pay attention to those four different ways of intuition and knowledge and wisdom coming through. So pay attention to those and see. Usually each person has kind of one or two that are more honed than the other versions. And so pay attention to that. And I would suggest journaling with this practice so that you can remember the things that come through. But what's super exciting about this is how, for me, I've noticed when I ask the question of what is my vow, so for example, initially, what is my vow for this lifetime? The answers seem to come through really quickly and really easily. And what I love about that is especially when you start moving down the line with different types of vows. So instead of just asking, what is your vow? What is your purpose for this lifetime? What I'm noticing is that there's such great opportunity to use this practice in other ways. So, for example, ways that I've used it is in a challenging situation or a challenging relationship, asking myself, what is my vow with this person? What is my vow in this relationship? Or what is my vow with this person in this moment? You can really hone it down more and more minute. So, you could even be sitting in traffic and say, what is my vow in this moment? If you're having a challenging time with how to organize your day, you can even ask, what is my vow for today? If it's in your business or your personal life or some other challenge or something that you are lacking clarity with, what is my vow today? What is my vow this week? What is my vow this month? Or what is my vow this year is a perfect question to ask as we move into a new year. So just something to play with and kind of see how that develops. I think for people with a strong meditation practice, the answers are probably going to come more cleanly and clearly. But my hunch is that as you cultivate just even the vow practice, even if you're not doing seated meditation, that the answers are probably going to come through cleaner and clearer as you cultivate the practice. So why don't we just practice a little bit of it now? If you'd like to close or soften your eyes, come to a comfortable position, whether that's seated meditation or in a chair with your feet on the ground and your back supported, or you can even lie down. I've noticed that there has not been really a difference in terms of the quality of the information that comes through, whether I'm in a formal seated meditation or whether I'm just driving the car or, sitting down at the table or anything. So see what comes through for you. But first, why don't we take a couple grounding breaths? So inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. You can let out a sigh helps to move the energy and calm and ground you just in inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. So let's do 3 together. So close or soften your eyes and then take an inhale and an exhale. Second inhale and an exhale. Feel the energy begin to ground in your belly and your hips. And then another one. Inhale and exhale. Coming into your body. Feeling your energy begin to settle. And imagine roots growing out the base of your spine, down your legs, out your feet. You could imagine this around your seat as well if you're seated in seated meditation. Feeling your roots begin to grow down into the soil. And as they begin to settle and feel strong, let's ask this first question. What is my vow this lifetime? And as you play with this, see what comes through. As I talked about the different clairs, if you have more clairaudience honed, you may hear actual words. You may hear a direct answer. If claircognizance is more honed for you, you may have just a sense of knowing. If clairvoyance is more honed, you may get visuals. And if clairsentience is more honed for you, you may just have a sense of the answer. And just sit with it for a moment. Let the energy play. Let the answer play. It may start as one thing and move to something else. It may draw a whole picture for your lifetime. There may be stages to your vow. But it's the idea that we've all made a commitment before we came here for what our purpose was. And this is just a gentle calling, a gentle reminder of what that vow is. See if it shows up in a specific place in your body. And if and when you get the sense of an answer, ask for that, the knowledge of that to be anchored into your body somewhere. Notice if it's drawn towards your heart, or the back of your heart, or your seat, or your shoulders. And when we anchor things into our body in this way, it allows us a gentle thread back to the reminder of that when we lose our way, when we lose our focus. And next, imagine someone that you deeply love, that you have a strong rooted connection with. A relationship that's kind and gentle, maybe easier than a difficult relationship. And ask again, what is my vow in this relationship? What is my vow with this person? And what I notice often that comes forward for me is a sense of responsibility, a commitment that I have made to that person. Maybe unknowingly, but my soul, my spirit has made a commitment to that person. Maybe it's holding space for them. Maybe it's encouraging them in some way that they don't see their own light. Maybe it's honoring their gifts and talents to help them give those to the world. And then as that answer becomes through, or becomes clear, then move to a more challenging relationship with either a person or a situation that's difficult, a work relationship, maybe a friend or family member that's challenging. And ask again, what is my vow here? And what I love about this practice is so often a kind, a loving, a gentle response comes through that may be something that with my mind I wouldn't have seen. And in asking, what is my vow, a heart answer is allowed to come through. There's a softness to it. And it allows me to get off my pedestal a little bit and kind of come down into the root of it, where I see the other person as a friend, even if it's challenging. I may see something that's difficult that they're working through, and it's creating a situation that's harder for us to see eye to eye right now. But with this awareness, it allows me to hold space for them and for myself as we move through this. And as that settles, let's try another one that's a little bit more easy. Just, what is my vow today? It's a way of asking ourselves, how can we honor ourselves? How can we honor the gift of life that we have been given today? How can we use our energy in a positive, effective way that makes us feel good about the people that we are being in the world, the energy that we're cultivating and creating? It allows a chance to focus on the positive. This year has been challenging for so many, in so many different ways, and we are as a society moving through so much paradigm shift right now, away from old ways of being that are stuck, that have been hanging around us for such a long time. And it's time to move through some of those and shed some of those old layers, and it's not easy work. So we need to stay connected to something that grounds us in our purpose and gives us a focus. Helps us see that we're all on the same page. We're all on the same journey. Everyone is in a different spot in that journey, but we are all here doing the work together. So I encourage you all, the next time, especially that a difficult situation comes through, or an argument or a difficulty with someone, to just pause, even in the moment of it, or say, I need to take a moment and walk away and ask yourself, what is my vow with this person? What is my vow with this situation in this moment? And see what comes through. And I would really love to hear your feedback. My website isn't yet complete. It's doublemagenta.com. It's not yet complete. There is a splash page there, so there's contact information for my phone or email. You can email me at doublemagenta@gmail.com, or you can post a comment in the link below the video and let me know how this practice has affected you. If it's been, if the answers have come through easily. If they haven't, I'm really curious to hear, because I've only been practicing this just with myself. So I'm curious to see how this tool is effective for a larger group of people and other individuals. So thank you so much for being with me. I wish you a great 2018, a really happy, healthy, positive, grounded, and anchored January as we move through a new year and begin to cultivate new pieces of ourselves. Be well, and I'll see you in February. Take care. Namaste.